I'm going to uh, let you know this is KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, um, the Kansas City Global Community Radio Station. And um, I drew a blank, but I'm going to let you know that you can listen to us on the website kuaw.org. Facebook is KUAWLPFM 985, and you can listen to us on TuneIn, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, and you can call us and leave them. Call us at 816-599-6893 if you want to discuss anything with the radio station or want to do a sponsorship or anything. You can call in, or you can leave messages or comments, questions. You can leave that on our email address. All right. Now, my subject is going to be today 7 habits of compassionate people. And the 7 habits are meditate, listen, move, imagine, forgive, learn, and reach out. And the article is by Jennifer Kramer, and it's a we turn to the experts to see how we can treat ourselves and each other with care concerning sensitive and warmth. So also, we all understand the power of compassion. It's a strong force for good, for mending one-on-one relationships to motivate entire social and cultural movement. In a world that seems to be getting increasingly paralyzed and divided, compassion power is needed more than ever. But before we can spread compassion outward, we must cultivate it inward. And these everyday lessons from the wise leader teach us how to foster kindness in our own heart so we can better reflect it to others. And in doing so, help make the world a better place. Okay. Well, the first one is meditate. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And Dalai Lama, in his class book, The Art of Happiness, the spirit leader called compassion and happiness the purpose of life. Quiet meditation and looking within allow us to defeat negative emotion and focus on inner love and peace, which reflect back to those around us. Love and compassion are a necessity, not a luxury. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Okay. The second one is listen. Get that curse out of the middle of my head. It's bugging. Thank you. Number 2, listen. Oprah Winfrey is arguable the queen of listening. So it is not surprising that she is the queen of listening. And Listening has a long been called an act of love, one we need to do with friends, family, and ourselves. As Winfrey expressed on the last day of her show, your life is always speaking to you. If your life is always speaking to you, wow. And if you don't hear the message turn into a problem. And if you don't handle the problem will turn into a crisis. And if you don't handle the crisis, disaster. So your life is speaking to you. What is it saying? The third one is move. And move is Josh, teacher, huh? I am, okay. And Joshua, the teacher, uh, most attended Zuma class. Uh, Her student, who range from age 9 to 91, come to her Santa Barbara, California studio and uplifting banner as much as for the actual workout. Her word came from the heart because it was only 8 years old that she was wheelchair bound with swollen joint pains from rheumatoid arthritis and afflicted doctors said uh, could could completely disable her. But at the time, she couldn't get dressed by herself, let alone dancing. Uh, she focused on a dramatic diet, emotional healing, and eventually Zuma. Now, 2 years later, she was symptom free and began sharing her joy through her classes and the ability to move to reduce stress and thereby enhance the ability to share more joy with those who was around her. And the expert agreed. A recent study of Harvard Medical School say exercise can be as effective a treatment as depression, as antidepressant, and many scientists believe it even prevent it. It can prevent it. We spend much of our time caring for others and little time nourishing and celebrating ourselves, said uh, Joshi. Josh said, Jossette. And we all feel better when we are dancing. So she was dancing, that's how she kept moving. And Oprah was a listener, and meditation was the art of the happiness. Now we have number 4, and that is imaging and practice compassion and rid ourselves of the negative thoughts that can consume us on a daily basis. And it actually quite simple. Um, Ab- Ab- Ellen Langer has some basic advice. Image the best, excuse me, image the best vision of yourself. Imagine the best image of yourself so you can put the vision out into the world. And don't let age be a roadblock to self improve. Instead of mindset and struggle dilemma, there can be and should be growth throughout life. And we have far more control over our health and well being than people think. So we are generally get what we expect. So it's time to change and positive expectation for ourselves. Number 5 is forgive. Nelson Mandela once said, we must strive to be more by generosity of spirit than will enable us to outgrow the hatred and confliction of the past. The South Africa leader and philanthropy was in prison for 27 years for his anti apartheid activism. But when he was released, he didn't seek revenge. Instead, he sought reconsideration for his own spirit and for the country he would be one day lead as president. Although he died in 2013, his word lived on as a reminder to forgive and love. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or background or his religion. They must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than the opposite. And your life is always speaking to you. That's Oprah. That's a phrase. And with all these different uh, habits that I'm reading about, the reason I picked this out today is because we have so much today that or going on, the divide, the hatred, the and there's a lot of love going on too, but the love and the hatred is it's got to be balanced. And so we need to balance that out by trying to make this world a better place with love instead of hatred. So we, as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the head of the United States, how much distinction, how much divide, and how much uh, hatred is going on in the United States. We don't need that. We need to be able to get together, be happy, love one another, and act like we love one another. We have to think about yourself as well as others. And so we badly need to work on listening to each other, forgiving each other, and moving to help each other, to try and understand each other. Um, we are really in such hateful time. Uh, and I think a lot of us do a lot of praying. I mean, I do, and people surrounding me, I notice they pray and people at the church pray. And it's not getting any better yet to me, but I pray that it will someday get better, um, because it's so many people today have quick tempers. And when I say that, they get angry and mad easy, and don't know why. So many killings, like in Kansas City today, and not today, but each day, someone is killing each other. Why? What is the thing? Because people always have been angry, always fight, but it have not been so many killings. So in some years it's worse than others, and but this year has been extremely high rate in killing. So uh, we need to love each other more. You don't kill people that you love. Um, so right now, I'm going to take a break, and I will be back in a few minutes. This has been Senior Moments with Millie. Be back. I am back with Senior Moments with Millie. And today I was talking about the seven habits of compassionate people, and also the experts to see how they um, treat ourselves and each other, and with uh, care, concern, sensitive, and warmth. So I had meditate, listening, move, image, and forgiveness. Those are the five I already spoke on. And so now the number six one is learned. So it's easy to get stuck in an echo chamber of our own world view. We turn into news that affirm our belief. We read books by people who share our opinion, and it's human nature to seek out information that is the same as yours and perception. So the Howard law profession case Sunstein called his group paralyzing. The antidote we would all benefit from looking for a different opinion and trying to see where the other side is coming from. It can be as easy as reading a columnist whom idea you have dismissed in the past. In other interviews of the Harvard Law Today, Feinstein argued that we can all become more compassionate citizens when we have a compassion to listen, a complement to reason, a belief in a good faith of most people who disagree with you or desire to participate in love uh, of, of their country. Now, Martin Luther King Jr., the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize at the age of 35, famously advocated such a approach. He is the true meaning and the value of compassion, nonviolent, when it helps us to see the enemy point of view, to hear his question, to know his assessment of ourselves, he said, for from his view, we may indeed see the basic weakness of our own condition. And if we are mature, we may learn and grow and profit from the wisdom of the brother who are called the opposition. Number 7 is to reach out. And if you haven't watched the virtual video of a rescue chimpanzee, oh, the monkey CHIMP chimpanzee, Titan hug, hugging James Goodall, and treat yourself to a few seconds to the few seconds of pure happiness. The embrace perfectly summarize Goodall gospel, Goodall out. Um, I'm sorry. So I am, uh, I, I'm confused. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this. Uh, reach out with hugs. Yes, but also, but impacting the world around you. The British has been a famous example of compassion for decades. And today, the 85-year-old, she intended to teach young people that improve the young people that important of speaking kindly. She wanted to teach the young people the importance of speaking kindly to the end. And she launched Roots and Shoots. The organization provide youth an opportunity to stop being self-focused and instead reach out to the world they inherit, that they will inherit. So if we got to teach some of the young people how to be ready to take over when we are gone, and that's always been known. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. Goodall once said, "What do you make a difference? What do you make a difference?" And you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So, those are the seven habits that you should practice and see how that will work out for your life. And hopefully that will help you. And so I am going to also say that I hope that by now everyone all around in the United States should be registered to vote. Register people to vote. And also, we uh, have Cheryl Underwood that comes on every day, Monday through Friday. And I guess it's not every day, not on the weekends. And she has a syndicated show that is from 12 to 2. Listen to her. She has other guests, co partners on there with her, and they're all it's a good show. So tune in to KUAW from noon to 2. And she also encouraged you to drive souls to the poll in November. So this is 2020. So make sure you get, everybody should have voted last week, this time last week. They was here in Kansas City, in Kansas. They was voting. So I know a lot of people is well, they might not be upset, but some didn't win and some did. So hopefully the person you voted for won. And I congratulate the ones that did win. And also, I think the census, the 2020 census, it helps the state to get money to help schools, construction, to build roads and stuff. And so if the personal property taxes don't pay enough to take care of all the schools, here's some more money that can come into Kansas City. The only thing you need to do is fill out your census. And if you fill out your census, then Kansas City will get some more federal money to help to improve Kansas City. So go out and fill out your census, and you can fill it out online. And right now, people will be knocking on your door asking you why you haven't filled it out, but go ahead and fill it out so they won't be knocking on your door asking you to do it. And the best advice I can give you is right now, I am looking at the census back in 1900 when my grandfather and great grandfather fill out their census, and I can see who all was in the household at that time. So fill out your census. It's a lot of reason that you would want to go back on and see what help to find your family. Now I'm going to go ahead and read my prayer. Lord, I pray for our nation's leaders and ask that you would give them the ability to make wise decisions, to govern with integrity, and to accomplish their task in the way that builds up our nation. May they bring glory and honor to your name as they serve our country. Lord, improve. Lord, help them to improve. Ask these prayers in your name. Amen.